Broadcasting live from the international city, the Robbins region. This is Newsnight on the Patriot.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. Today is November 30th. I'm Greg Hurd. Last night, Houston Healthcare celebrated the start of the holiday season with a ceremony featuring the lighting of the Christmas tree. The Lake Joy Elementary Choir performed a variety of Christmas songs, and Warner Robins Mayor Chuck Shaheen flipped the switch to light the tree and officially ring in the season. The annual Tree of Light ceremony is Houston Healthcare's way of saying thank you and recognizing the commitment of hospital staff and volunteers. Tomorrow is the Warner Robins Christmas Parade, and in order to get in the holiday spirit, Macy McLeod sat down with the president and CEO of the Robbins Regional Chamber of Commerce to discuss the parade.
I'm here at the Ashley Furniture.
She also told me that the renovation project would take 9 to 12 months, so expect the new Nola Brantley Memorial Library to be open by Thanksgiving 2013. Reporting for WRWR, I'm Greg Hurd. For today's Robbins Report, the Patriots' Allison Boutwell takes a look at the Air Force Reserve Band's upcoming 51st annual holiday concert. With uncertainty in the band's future, this may be your last chance to see the concert. After the awards were handed out, the City Council then got down to business and voted unanimously on several items, including an agreement with Houston County to widen Fagan Mill Road and an agreement with the Middle Georgia Regional Commission to revise the city's development plan. Reporting for WRWR, I'm Greg Hurd. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for our Healthy Habits segment. Leading us into the holiday season, Macy McLeod has been taking a look at the ways to eliminate some of the stress that comes around this time of year. It's that time of year again, as the Salvation Army has set out their kettles and ringing their bells in front of your favorite stores. The yearly holiday campaign is for those in need who may otherwise be forgotten. Gene Perry, Salvation Army captain in Warner Robins, wants to make sure that the less fortunate have a good holiday season.
800 kids are a lot of kids, but only the community can make that happen. Elementary schools right now are doing a food drive so we can have Christmas meals to hand out, and the kids will be able to have a Christmas. Gets, a new change of clothes, some shoes, of course a toy, of course, got to have that for Christmas for the kids.
During the holiday season, a staple of the Salvation Army drive is the Red Kettle. An idea hatched by Salvation Army Captain James McPhee in 1891, the kettle is a major component in the funding to feed and help those in need.
We're out there ringing bells now. That funds are for here around our 3-county area here, stays in this county. It helps us keep the lights on, but mostly it's for the food and the shelter and everything else that we put out. Without the public coming in with those quarters, nickels, and dimes, you would be surprised how that adds up and helps us. So anytime you hear a bell ringing, just imagine you're helping a kid every time you're putting a penny in. It's great. Of course, we'll take anything that's bigger than that also.
The Salvation Army has been a blessing to me in a bunch of different ways. They have stepped in when I really needed somebody to step in. They help a lot of people. They actually help a lot of children that may not any other way have a Merry Christmas. And I just find that it's a wonderful Christian organization.
Captain Jean told me that the Salvation Army could always use more volunteers, not only with ringing bells and taking donations, but with sorting out all the food that they expect to be donated. You can come here to the Salvation Army at 96 Thomas Boulevard to sign up and help out. Reporting for WRWR, I'm Greg Hurd. Norfolk Southern Railway is being cited by OSHA for violations of the whistleblower protection provisions of the Federal Railroad Safety Act. According to a release from the U.S. Department of Labor, the company has been ordered to pay over $288,000 in back pay, interest, mental anguish, punitive damages, and reasonable attorney's fees. Investigators determined the company continued to retaliate against workers for reporting work-related injuries. The company was also ordered to clear the record of the employee who reported an injury to his supervisor that was related to performance of his job back in September 2009. Norfolk Southern then removed the worker from service, scheduled an investigative hearing, and charged him with falsifying an injury. He was then terminated 2 months later. OSHA determined the worker was following company procedure and that the company retaliated against him for doing so. Norfolk Southern officials may file an appeal to the Labor's Department Administrative Law judges.
Veterans of World War II were honored today with a We Will Never Forget luncheon at VFW Post 6605. Over 200 veterans and their families were present and recognized as the greatest generation of soldiers, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and Merchant Marines during World War II. Lunch was served by the NJROTC from Perry High School, bringing together the past, present, and future of America's military. Along with Mayor Chuck Shaheen and Congressman Austin Scott of the 8th District, representatives of each military branch were present to honor the veterans, each speaking on their personal experiences, appreciation of the veterans, and the value of military service. Event organizer Catherine Carver was honored with the city's highest honor, a key to the city for her work with Service for Service, a nonprofit organization that supports U.S. military veterans and wounded warriors from all wars and all military branches. The speaker of the hour was Helen Denton, a secretary during World War II for General Dwight Eisenhower. She is the one who typed the battle plans for the U.S. invasion of Normandy in 1944, better known as D-Day. It was a secret she kept for over 50 years. She would go on to write about it in her book, World War II Whack.
Striving for your American officers. I never dreamed that I would be looking at the next Queen of England. So that's my distinction of being in the service and for keeping the secret for 50 years. But if you want to know really what happened, I'll let you buy my book. And that's my story.
Reporting for WRWR, I'm Greg Hurd.
Thank you for joining us tonight on Newsnight. I'm Greg Hurd, and we leave you tonight with a look at Wall Street.